Hi there, Nikki from Design Delights, and today we're going to talk about how to make the wafer paper decorations on this cake. I decided that I wanted to use edible imaging on wafer paper, and you want to make sure that if you decide to do it this way, instead of dusting, that you print on the smooth side of your wafer paper for a richer color, and you always want to glue on the rough side of your wafer paper. Since we printed on edible imaging, the edges of my paper is white, so we're going to trim all of that off first. And then we're going to stack all those papers together, maybe 4 or 5 at a time. Don't do more than that, and get them lined up. And we're going to just try to punch as many holes with our craft punch as possible. I did 3 different sizes, but the size that is typical that you will see on most people's cakes that do this trend is probably a 1.5 inch or even a 2-inch hole punch. Mine on my cake were 1.5, 1 and 3/4. I did the 3 sizes. So you'll see I'm just going to work around the page, and once I work around the page, I'm going to cut off the excess and then try to get as much out of the center. But as you fill it up, bring those circles out and just make a bunch of them. You're going to need 5 folded circles for each one, all right, for each quarter sphere. Now, you want to make sure that you have the colored side inward and the bumpy side, the white side, outward. I tried the other way, and the edible ink just, it smears. Plus, you want to use the rough side for the gluing, okay? So anyways, you're going to take 5 of these. See what I'm doing? I'm just going to stack them on top of each other, not inside of each other. They're just going to be next to each other, and you're going to line them up really good. And then we're going to use some water to glue them together. So once wafer paper is wet, it sticks to itself. So you want to be really careful on this part. Notice how I just lightly dab water on the end. You want to make sure that if your fingers get wet, you don't touch the decoration, because you'll ruin it, because it'll get stuck to itself. So make sure you lightly dab it. You'll notice that the wafer paper starts getting a little mushy, a little soft, and you can use your mat like I'm doing here and rub it together. Use your finger like I'm doing here. However, if you do that, make sure you wipe your finger off. And then just get it good. Make sure it's stuck. And once you get it nice and good, lay it aside. Leave it alone. Let it dry for a day. Okay, just leave it be. Just walk away from it and make a bunch of them. It takes forever. I made 180. It took me 7 to 8 hours, and I used almost all of them on my cake, and it was worth it. I have a couple that are already dried out that I'll show you. Once they're dried out, just take your fingers and spread them out a little bit to get them a little wider. Okay, and then the way that you adhere them to the cake, the best way is to shape out some wafer paper, steam it so it's a little flimsier, and then add that to the cake, and then glue the wafer paper decorations onto that. It holds better than putting them on buttercream or fondant. If you want to make bigger spheres, half spheres, full spheres, you can put them together to make a bigger shape. Okay, here's an awesome image of all of them that I made, 180 of them. It was a lot of fun. The cake turned out great, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. Bye.
I used to hear the bodies echo, walking through the jungle. Listen what I'm searching for. When I chat, then I can hold